At this point, that's probably long gone.
Yeah, like we don't.
No nigga getting rid of that shit. I wasn't never gonna buy it back anyway. I ain't no type of nigga take my shit. Don't get caught with it. That's my whole thing. I ain't buying shit back.
When it comes to T Grizzly, it was an incident that transpired back in September 2022, where his home in Los Angeles was burglarized.
Who is the though? You feel me?
Like,
yeah, who is the that took your shit? Who is it that put it together? Now look, the that took the shit. I ain't mad at them, gang. You feel me? Yeah. I used to hit licks. I ain't mad. Them don't know me. All them know is the lick. I'm worried about the who put it together.
Wack contacted the baby shooter cat and told him that T Grizzly had put a hit out on him and told him that he needed to be careful, move wisely, so and such and such. So the baby shooter guy, he moving with that knowledge based on Wack telling him that T Grizzly had put a hit out on him.
Wack 100, he called me like, hey, look, hey, nephew, you hearing about this, you feel me? Money on your head shit? I'm like, hell no, like, what the fuck you talking about?
When it comes to T Grizzly, it was an incident that transpired back in September 2022, where his home in Los Angeles was burglarized. You know, somebody broke in T Grizzly's home, and while he wasn't there, and they stole $1 million worth of jewelry, cash, and other personal items that totaled to $1 million. It was insured. He called the police like, motherfucker, when something come up missing at your home, you got insured. Like if your car come up stolen, you going for the insurance purposes, you're gonna make the police report because that's what you have to do in order to start the whole process. You gotta make a police report.
At this point, that shit probably long gone.
Yeah, like we don't.
No nigga getting rid of that shit. I wasn't never gonna buy it back anyway. I ain't no type of nigga take my shit. Don't get caught with it. That's my whole thing. I ain't buying shit back.
So what happened was the street started talking because he moves around. He has family and loved ones who live in the Los Angeles area. So it didn't take long for somebody like him, who playing with the kind of bread he playing with, who has the kind of friends and associates that he has. It didn't take long before the street started talking because that's what these do. You know what I'm saying? These love talking about what it is they did wrong, right? And then you know how it go. Motherfuckers, they take something from a motherfucker who they know is a high profile figure, and then the first thing they do is they don't even try to attempt to sell it to a jewelry store or pawn shop because they know that most of the jewelers and most of the pawns, they know who shit that is. So you gotta get with a jeweler who don't give a fuck, who gonna bust it down, pluck the diamonds out, mill it down, and reconfigure that motherfucker, or you gotta sell it to a motherfucker on the street who basically gonna do the same thing. You can't wear it, you know what I'm saying? Because if you wear it, then you are advertising that you done stole some, you done burglarized the motherfucker house.
They jeweler, they want to fuck with it. They see all the face, they see the face. They're like, oh, exactly. We ain't fucking with it. Whoa. They're like, shoot, you don't know. You feel me? I know your jeweler just fucking with whoa. Feel me? Like, oh, I'm like, shit, hell yeah, he probably get rid of it for you. Feel me? Like, y'all gotta cash me out though on the set.
Baby shooter, Crip. I think he had Avalon, represent the Avalon set of the Crips, Los Angeles. His name came up. When his name came up, motherfuckers associated with T Grizzly pressed down on him, right? At first he was talking, know how motherfuckers be, trying to talk greasy, like a motherfucker can't be. But then when they cut into him, Wack contacted the baby shooter cat and told him that T Grizzly had put a hit out on him and told him that he needed to be careful, move wisely, so and such and such. So the baby shooter guy, he moving with that knowledge based on Wack telling him that T Grizzly had put a hit out on him. So what baby shooter did is that he started to reach out because in his mind, according to his story, in his mind, oh, I ain't had nothing to do with that shit.
Wack 100, he called me like, hey, look, hey, nephew, you hearing about this, you feel me? Money on your head shit? I'm like, hell no, like, what the fuck you talking about? They're like, yeah, they talking about some Twitter shit and warm. I said, I don't know what they talking about. He like, man, we got to get up with T and them. I'm like, look, bro, you feel me? He like, man, it's money on your head. Like, I'm telling you, I'm just listen to your aunt.
So it's going to be some funk behind this shit if what Wack is telling me is true, because Wack told him it was a hit out on his head, right? So just imagine if this guy was a rat. Just imagine if he went to the police and told the police, hey, Wack 100 told me it's a hit out on me. And this is what happened, and this is who it is, because according to him, when you look at the motherfucking videos and the FaceTime videos that we have of the motherfucker talking to T Grizzly, right? He was already shook. He didn't want no trouble. Fast forward. So when he heard there was a hit out on his head, he started to reach out to T Grizzly people. Like, dog, I ain't had shit to do with that. I don't know where this shit come from. And he told him flat out, Wack called me and told me that y'all had to hit out on me. I'm telling y'all, I ain't had shit to do with that shit. Now he crip now.
Ooh, but I know about the shit though. That's why I asked him, like, you know, you fucking nigga T Grizzly, like, he like off limits. I'm like, oh, crip. I'm like, I ain't say, I'm like, oh, all right, you feel me? Like, boom, but I already them niggas on that for me. Not to miss you, I'm telling you, I'm on ankle monitor for me, so I ain't on that. I'm like, damn, I for sure can't do that shit. Gonna hit news and all that. I'm on ankle monitor. I can't go to jail. You feel me? But when they actually did it, I didn't even know they wasn't going on shit like.
When he telling them he had nothing to do with the shit, he told him that Wack told him that he put a hit out on him. And then the icing on the cake is this. He started to name all the people who did break into T Grizzly house to take the jury.
Mexican niggas who great and two niggas who they all get money together. They all fuck around, kicking around. You feel me? Boom. Them niggas that's press play on. You feel me?
He was on the phone with T and several other people, and he explained it exactly what happened, exactly who did it by name. Not only did he get the names who did the robbery, who burglarized T house. Not only did he do that, but he named the set they was representing.
But this the thing, brody. Who is the nigga though? You feel me?
Like, yeah, who is the that took your shit? Who is the nigga that put it together?
Now look, the nigga that took the shit, I ain't mad at them, gang. You feel me? Yeah. I used to hit licks. I ain't mad. Them don't know me. Them niggas, all them niggas know is the lick. I'm worried about the who put it together.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a nigga named I think Monster. I gotta get the right exact name. Hold on.
And he also provided information about how they get down, what they do, why they did it, what they was gonna do with it, what jury they were gonna take it to, the discussions they had about what they were gonna do with it, because you can't take it to a jewelry store, you can't take it to a pawn shop because it's hot. You know what I'm saying? So this thing is telling on everybody who has something to do with the burglary, bro.
Inglewood Bloods. You got no a security Inglewood Bloods or fuck with Inglewood Bloods?
I gotta think on it.
That's all I know his name was Monster or something like that. He's from Inglewood Bloods.
Baby Shooter is currently locked up on his way to penitentiary to do 6 years for something that's totally unrelated to the T Grizzly shit. Mind you, nobody was ever locked up for T Grizzly for the burglary of T Grizzly house. So now you fast forward, Wack 100 gets some paperwork, total phony shit. I got the paperwork, I looked at it, I could tell, but just the face of it, it wasn't real. It was fake. By the structure of it, the font of it, the paper, the fact that when you get an electronic document from the police department, you know it's an electronic document because at the bottom of that paper is a barcode, a time, a date. There's earmarkings to let you know that this was an electronically dispersed document from law enforcement given to somebody else.
You stated that T Grizzly had to make a police report for the insurance. Is Wack 100 paperwork connected to that?
No, totally not connected to that report. So that's an interesting thing. So of course, if somebody broke into burglarized his house and took his shit, he made a police report because his home is insured. And the property that he has in his home is insured, as you can imagine it is. So the paperwork that Wack 100 dropped has nothing whatsoever to do with the initial report that he made, you know what I'm saying, that he had to make for insurance purposes. The initial report that he made, and it was only one report, and that was the initial report. T Grizzly never did any follow-up interviews where he named who the person who he thought, or the persons were who he thought burglarized his home. He never named none of that kind of shit. And even after he found out exactly what the play was, he still didn't cooperate with the police. He didn't inform the police that he had new information in terms of who had took his stuff, who had broken into his crib. He ain't got to do that. One, because it's already insured. So he wasn't even sweating it. He wasn't even sweating it because he already knew that he was going to be compensated for it.
Bro, does Wack 100 have beef with T Grizzly?
Man, listen. So here's what the issue is. And this is breaking news. The issue is, like we already know. Remember when he went at BG? You remember that? We talked about that, right? When he went at BG, what did he say? He went at BG with the acquiescence or with the approval of Birdman. He said that Bird gave him the green light to go at BG because he was mad at BG because BG said that he wasn't signing Cash Money. He came home, he independent, he's trying to work it out now. So no, he's not signing the Cash Money at that particular point in time. So Birdman didn't like that. So there had been some rumblings about some paperwork, Moses Malone, some other goofy ass shit. So Wack 100 picked up on the paperwork, and just like then, he didn't release it himself first. The first thing he did was he sent the paperwork to 1090J. He didn't want to expose it himself because he knew that how close he said he was to Birdman. He knew that just like people did when he did come down with it, he didn't come out and stand on it himself. He sent it around, and when people didn't bite down on it, like he wanted the bloggers and podcasters and YouTubers to bite down on it, he then started criticizing and started calling BG out himself. Wack is known for throwing rocks and hat in his hand, acting like he don't get nothing to do with it now because the relationships that he got with Detroit, he already broke Bogue on 4-2 Doug when he started telling the story about Offset supposed to have slapped Doug and grabbed him up or ripped his pockets out or some shit like that, right? He already went Bogue on that. So now he coming for T Grizzly. What we have in common here? Is it that Wack got a problem with Detroit? Well, it would seem so. It would seem so because it's the second time in as many years that you didn't attack a Detroit artist. Why? What problem you got with T Grizzly? Why are you going through all the lengths, the extravagant, convoluted process to conjure up some fake ass paperwork? Or, well, I didn't make it, I just exposed it. But my God, you know that the paperwork don't even look legit. It don't take a legal scholar. You ain't never had to read the Black Law Dictionary. You don't got to know what federal second, federal third, federal supplement, compiled law is to know that document is fake. So he did it. So now we're looking at motive. Why? What's the motive? What? T Grizzly spanked YB ass before. I ain't even getting no details, but ask them what happened. Ask niggas what happened in Miami. That's all I'm gonna say. He got spanked. And so therefore the animosity is still there. And why would Wack 100 do it? Because Wack 100 is a do-boy flunky. He's an underling of Birdman. And everybody know it.
And I know that, so Wack 100, he called me like, hey, look, hey, nephew, you hearing about this, you feel me, money on your head shit? I'm like, hell no, like, what the fuck you talking about? They're like, yeah, they talking about some Twitter shit warm. I said, I don't know what they talking about. He like, man, we gotta get up with T and them. I'm like, look, bro, you feel me? He like, man, it's money on your head. Like, I'm telling you, I'm just listen to your I'm like, all right, you feel me? Like, shit, I fuck with Lil. I know, I be saying Lil with him, you feel me? The Mexican from Great.
Yeah.
He was a part of it, or the whole crew, bro. You feel me? You ain't hear this from me, bro. You ain't hear this from me, all right?
Yeah, you ain't gotta worry about that. All right.
All right, it's Nate. It's my cousin from schoolyard, bro. Boom. Mexican from Great and two boom. They all get money together. They all fuck around, kicking around. You feel me? Boom. Them that's press play on. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now they jeweler. They want to fuck with her. They see all the face. They see the face. They're like, oh, exactly. We ain't fucking with it. Whoa. They're like, shoot, you don't know. You feel me? I know your jeweler just fucking with whoa. You feel me? Like, oh, I'm like, shit, hell yeah, he probably get ready for you. You feel me? Like, y'all gotta cash me out though on the set. Oh, but I know about the shit though. That's why I asked him. I'm like, you know, you fucking nigga T Grizzly like he like off limits. I'm like, oh crip. I'm like, y'all ain't say. I'm like, all right, you feel me? Like, boom. But I already them niggas on that. For me. Not to miss you, I'm telling you, I'm on ankle monitor. You feel me? So I ain't on that. I'm like, I for sure can't do that shit gonna hit news and all that. I'm on ankle monitor. I can't go to jail. You feel me? But
yeah.
when they actually did it, I didn't even know they wasn't going on street. Like, hey, shoot, nobody gotta take this. I'm like, hell yeah, he'll take it. You feel me? Like, I gotta carry me out though. You feel me? So there. You feel me? They boom. I'm like, shit. I'm like, I call Romney and them. You feel me? See what they talking about. Romney and them take that shit. You feel me? Give them how much they gonna give them for. They have to cash the security or whoever you use the T to your brother. You feel me? Have to cash that out, and they went about their way. I can tell you where they took it to and all that, but at this point, that's probably long gone.
Yeah, like we don't.
No nigga getting rid of that shit. I wasn't never gonna buy it back anyway. I ain't no type of nigga take my shit. Don't get caught with it. That's my whole thing. I ain't buying shit back. But this the thing, brody. Who is the nigga though? You feel me?
Like,
yeah, like who is the who was the that took your shit? Who was the nigga that put it together?
Now look, the nigga that took the shit, I ain't mad at them, gang. You feel me?
Yeah.
I used to hit licks. I ain't mad. Them don't know me. Them niggas, all them niggas know is the lick. I'm worried about the who put it together.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a nigga named I think Monster. I gotta get the right exact name. Hold on, he from Inglewood Bloods. You got no a security Inglewood Bloods or fuck with Inglewood Bloods?
I gotta think on it.
That's all I know. His name was Monster or something like that. He's from Inglewood Bloods.
What about?
He was supposed to be your security or something.
What about this though? What about if you find out when you look?
One second, Doc. How did he look?
He like a brown skin, kind of like he got a little size up on him.